All right. Did you see that? I got my admin stuff going. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about building mode. I got to get this out of the way, otherwise it won't show up. Okay. So as we're talking building mode, remember we're talking about lifestyle. We're talking about all the different things. Some of you guys were on the HOM and you heard some incredible stories talking about how people's lifestyles are changed because of Herbalife. And that's one of the biggest things I really want you guys to be thinking about is what if? You know, what will your life look like when you get there? What can it look like if you continue to be consistent and got really into what we call building mode? So that being said, being clear on the what, we're going to spend time talking about the how to get to that particular point. But in order to do that, one of the things we want to make sure that we're doing is being clear what we're building, okay? And so here's what we're looking at. And again, some of this is going to be repetition, but I want to get it to the point where I can see all of you guys going, all right, 10 front level supervisors. I get it. That's what I'm building. That's what my focus is. So that we're not just caught up in the day-to-day stuff, because sometimes as employees, that's what we're groomed to do, right? Show up and do our day-to-day stuff because there really is no light at the end of the tunnel at a job. But here, the goal, the end of the tunnel is, you know, lifestyle, freedom, opportunity, travel, you know, home, cars, impact in your communities, whatever your why is, you've got to be really, really clear on that. And so how do we get there? 10 front level active supervisors, teaching them to do the 2,500 volume points, okay? So as we get started, we start working with some of these guys, and some of these, you know, and when you build in your business, you see some of your front level distributors reaching supervisor. Some of these guys are going to have people building a business, and again, they want to be focused on getting 10 front level active supervisors, wearing that 10 stone pin, really building you know, something significant. And then obviously, as we leverage our time in the chat, as we learn how to duplicate, which we've been covering over the last couple of weeks, we start moving into the realm of building that career level income, where we're talking $10,000 a month in royalties, you know, 5% bonus, we're talking 6% production bonus on your organization, all because we're focusing on 10 front level active supervisors, okay? So not just becoming an active supervisor, which we talk about on Monday night calls. Here we're talking about building an organization of active supervisors, okay? And again, I know this is repetition for some of you guys, but I want you to get to the point where you're starting to see it, where you're starting to talk about active supervisors, really starting to promote that out there for everybody, okay? Now, 3 benefits that we do offer. Again, this is quick review. I'm just going to zip through this part because I've got other things I want to cover with you guys. But the 3 benefits we offer is, number 1, we offer product results, getting great results with the product. Again, what we heard on the HOM tonight. We offer a part-time supplemental income, which we heard some great stories on that also tonight. And then we also offer that career level income, which is part of the reason why you guys are here tonight, is because you're looking to learn how to build that career. Now, in order to do that, here's what we're doing, man, and we're just building those 3 groups. Every day, we're out looking for customers. Every day, we're looking for part-time income distributors. Every day, we're looking for royalty builders. We're looking for people who want to build something huge, you know, here with Herbalife, okay? So to recap very simply, how do we do those things? And again, I know that a lot of times we get caught up in, but I got all these things, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, and everything that we do, sometimes we get distracted or we get a little bit off course. At the end of the day, I don't care, and the marketing plan, just to be clear, the marketing plan doesn't care about 90% of all the other stuff that you do. Now, it's important, don't misunderstand me, but the marketing plan cares about, are you using the products? Are you teaching others how to use the products, getting customers started, getting distributors started, and are you teaching them how to help other people get started? At the end of the day, the marketing plan pays only on your ability to get people started with the products and help other people get started with the products, okay? So everything else is a support structure, yes, but that's all we're looking at doing, is understanding how the marketing plan pays us, and then what do we have to do? What do we get to do? What do we have to do? What must be done in order to collect on the marketing plan? We're using the products, get people started with the products, and then teaching others how to do the exact same thing, okay? Now, to the degree and to the level that we do those things, that's the difference in people's income. That's the difference in the kind of lifestyle that we're building, okay? So again, the business model, we're teaching 10 front level people to use the products, get great results, and then teach other people how to do that. So it goes second level, goes to third level, and if it goes one more level, you know, you're chairman's club, okay? Chairman's club member, you know, by going another level deep. So understanding our business model and how we get paid, and then once we really get that, one of the benefits of that is now all of a sudden all of the things start to fall in place. Then we start looking at going, oh, well, I got all this going on, I got all this going on. We just start asking the question, well, does that get customers started with the product? Does that help support distributors getting started with the product? Those are the two things that we talk about, okay? So when we talk about building mode and building the process, building your structure as far as what your business looks like, we start looking at what does that structure look like, and we talk about getting into what we call building mode, right? It's a mode of building our business. It's a pace at which we construct our project, okay? And so here's really what that comes down to, and I want you guys to start noticing. You're starting to hear some of the people talking about it on the, you know, on the distributor chat. They start talking about 10,000 documented volume points. I'm reaching for 10,000 volume points. I'm stretching, I'm growing, I'm moving towards 10,000. Okay. We also hear them talking about 10 new ID numbers, 10 preferred members and distributors each and every single month. 10, 10, which is going to lead to 2, right? Royalties only come from an organization of supervisors, okay? So if you're not adding in supervisors, guess what? You're not growing royalties, okay? And again, when you start thinking about that, how many new supervisors are coming in, how much volume are they doing? The marketing plan pays us based on all of those things, okay? So we've got the projection sheets. We've got different plans based on pace, based on, you know, skills, all those sorts of things. But at the end of the day, 10, 10, 2. 10,000 volume points, 10 ID numbers, 2 new supervisors focusing on active supervisor, active supervisor, active supervisor, okay? Now, I know, get to the meat of it. Well, this is the meat of it. This is what we're really talking about now. I'm going to go into the next couple of slides. We're going to talk about some of these details, because if you are going to construct even a birdhouse, you're going to need some tools. If you're going to change a sink or a toilet at your house, you're going to need some tools. If you're going to paint a closet or paint your bedroom, you're going to need some tools. Just like that, in this construction project, you're going to need some tools, okay? And so we've got it pretty much narrowed down, and you will see this across the board. In Herbalife, people have, they call them, you know, one way, shape, or form, but they're all pretty similar. And so here's one of the tools that we use, activity gauges. We start tracking, we start logging all of our things based on our daily, you know, our daily routine. And we log, we track results, we track statistics, okay? Number 2, we market, we invite. That's something that we do on a daily basis, because we find out very, very quickly, if you don't invite, you're going to be out of business pretty quickly, okay? Or your business is going to be struggling if you don't continue to keep that pipeline full. The third thing is we do some prospecting. We start to identify as we're having conversations with people. People start talking about whatever is on their mind, whatever their goals are. So we listen as we're prospecting. We listen to somebody who's talking about how they love their job, they love their income, they love the hours, but they want to lose 30 pounds. Is that somebody who wants to build a career? Probably not at this point. What are they looking for? Product results. Now, if I keep talking career level, career level, career level, career level, are they going to be hanging around to find out how to do that? Or are they going to go someplace else because I'm pressuring them into do something they don't really want to do? Make sense? Now, if I have somebody who wants to build a career level income and they want to be a Prize Team member, and all I ever talk to them about is chocolate, Formula 1 vanilla, Formula 1 and cookies and cream, are they going to be around long if all I do is talk products to somebody who wants to build a career? Okay, no, they're not going to be around long either. So prospecting is an important part of business. What are they looking for, and how am I going to match their goals with my guidance and with the training that I'm going to give to them? Okay, so prospecting is important. Number 4, monitoring and adjusting. Just like when you're driving down the highway, you're monitoring the car so it doesn't drift off into the ditch or it doesn't drift across the center line. You're constantly monitoring your car to make sure it stays between the white line and the yellow line. You're constantly monitoring the speed to make sure you're not going too fast for the speed limit, usually, right? If not, somebody will let you know that, right? You got the blue and red bubbles behind you saying, hey, slow down, you're going too fast, right? So we need to monitor and adjust our business, because if we don't monitor our progress, if you don't track your progress, well, guess what? You could be doing this for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. And if you're not growing your business, you're going to be frustrated, right? Just like weight loss customers. If they don't lose 30 pounds a week, they get mad. Not realistic goals, but we want to make sure we're helping that. So we want to monitor and adjust our business to make sure that we're on track, okay? We're also going to develop some batting averages. Beginning of baseball season, people are watching the numbers and the averages and who's doing this and who's the MVP this week. How do they determine that? Based on their numbers, based on their averages, right? Jim Rohn, in his personal development, teaches us that if we do something often enough, we're going to develop a ratio. We're going to develop some numbers. We're going to develop our own statistics. We're going to develop our own batting averages. And now when you know those, when you develop your own batting averages, here's what you become: unstoppable. You become unstoppable because you're not caught up in emotion. You're not caught up in the, oh, I think. It's like, no, let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the statistics and say, here's what it is. Well, I feel like, hey, great, you can feel all you want, but the facts say this is what it is, and that's what it's going to be if we use it in the right way. So batting averages, I'm telling you, absolutely incredible when it comes to tracking your business. And then number 6, possess the traits of a builder. All right. Now, these are some things, and this is the one I'm actually going to spend a little bit of time on tonight and talk about, and we can have a little bit of a discussion on it. Because what I found was my current standard. When I started this business, I worked in construction. I worked long hours, but I had certain things that I had learned. I had a middle-class mindset. I was trying to break out of the poverty mentality, trying to get into a middle-class mindset. So I had middle-class influence, right? I used to hang around middle-class people, and so I had middle-class influence, which taught me how to think month to month, right? But if I wanted to become a builder, I had to start to look a little further down the road. I can't just look from 1 month to 1 month, because what I found is, like, as long as I continued to do that, just be looking month to month, that kept me at World Team, because I was just trying to get through this month, just trying to get through this month. Oh, if I can just get this done this month. And I just had monthly goals that I would try to reach. That kept me at World Team because I wasn't looking far enough down the road. So I had to start to learn some of the traits of a builder. I had to start to look a little further down the road and say, what's it going to look like in 18 months from now if I continue doing this? What if I make a little bit of an adjustment here? What if I make a little bit of an adjustment there? What would it look like when I get 24 months down the road, which is something totally different for me, okay? So that's where I'm going to go to.